So here we are once again. I'm your host Alpern and we are watching another automatch game here on Crossroads, the most classic map in Company of Heroes 2 history, if I may say so myself. We have none other than the player Clauzewitz playing as the ostheer faction, loading up a very standard build order here, Pioneer, HMG and of course Tier 1 into Grenadiers. And facing off versus Clauzewitz, we have none other than Whiskey Tango Garden with the Soviet faction. Not going the Tier 1 opener we've seen him do before, but that might have been because it was specifically versus OKW. Instead we see a double conscript opening here, and we also have a commander pick, Guard Motor Coordination Tactics for Whiskey Tango Garden. Which of course has been one of the commanders that's seen probably most play out of Company of Heroes 2 history. It's always been a viable commander, and it's just filled with a bunch of useful stuff. But yeah, Clausewitz going for the Spearhead Doctrine, which is of course another very popular commander, I'd say. You get the Recon as well as the Frag Bombs and Panzer Tactician, all very strong abilities. And you also have the option to call in a Tiger tank if you'd like to. But yeah, we see some wiring going on. Pretty sure that one is a mistake. I'm not sure if this one is correct either, to be honest. I think... yeah, you failed that one, Whiskey. Try it again. And he's trying it again. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit tricky if you don't know the exact location. I'm not sure if this is good enough either. But it seems it is, because his squad is going around. So he even tested it. Okay, he manages to wire off this very beautiful piece of art right there in front of that building. But yeah, triple conscripts out right now for Whiskey. Getting forced away here. Grenadier scaring him. And whoa, that's a lot of sandbags in the north. Yeah, remember that sandbags have been nerfed, chat. As we see more sandbags. Always enjoy how many carpenters the modern forces of Ostheer and Soviets bring to the field. Very nice to see. Pioneers here closing in with their MP40s, of course also covered by the MG42 here, forcing that conscript away. Whiskey, of course, retreating before he takes too many losses. I think that's a reasonable thing to do. But yeah, 3 Grenadiers so far for Clausewitz. Don't think we've seen... yeah, there we go, Battle Phase 1 is in queue. And we have Tier 1 once again for Whiskey Tango Garden. Could this be the sniper we're looking for? Yes, it is. It is a sniper build here for Whiskey. Meanwhile, he is losing his cutoff here. All of his resources has been cut off, netting him an income of mere 6 money per minute and 4 fuel per minute. If that MG repositions, you know, like here, it's going to be very tough for Whiskey to come back onto the map here. Yeah, the Soviets are pouring out of base. Here comes the sniper as well. We see merge here on the combat engineer to keep the flamer on the field. Very solid, I think. But yeah, MG getting very aggressive here. Far up. It's going to probably be eating flame burst soon. Sniper opens fire, of course. As the MG is getting quite low here. If he loses another model... oh, he does push the retreat. Not even a 50-50 attempt. We see a rifle nade there, but easily dodged. Grenadier now in trouble. Sniper didn't open fire, however. Meanwhile, we have a counter cut off here, but no, it does actually cut off. This is not connected, even with the star, because it doesn't have this point. Very interesting. So yeah, not quite disconnected here for Whiskey. Or, well, never mind, it is disconnected. So, you know, Whiskey is returning the favor to Clausewitz. But yeah, 2-2 is already in the build. Probably going to be looking for this sniper. No grenade package yet. And no further units from Whiskey. Taking quite a heavy losses here when it comes to models. Means, you know, you have to reinforce, which of course will delay other units. But here comes the 2-2, looking for that sniper ass. Very cinematic as it's charging upwards with the guidance of the grenadiers. MG42 in the west is flanked, but supported by quite a lot of units here. Still taking a lot of damage. Might be wanting to punish this with a wipe, but is wiped himself instead, going to lose a lot of veterans there and manpower, of course. But it also gets the advantage of giving it self-spotting once he recruits with the Pioneer. So, not too shabby. Snipers on hold fire in the back of his base. It seems Whiskey is fearing this 2-2. Charging in, he has actually gotten the anti-tank grenade snares unlocked right now. Not sure why he's playing so cautiously with the sniper then. I mean, you could still just be babysitting the sniper with the conscripts, right? No reason to keep it in base like this. Unless he's fearing a counter sniper, but... if you're not using your units, why build them to begin with, you know? Yeah, guards is the follow-up here for Whiskey. Courtesy of the guard motor commander, of course. Meanwhile, conscripts could go in for a second snare here. I wouldn't hate it at all. Because, you know, it's going to take a lot of time to repair. Oh! Okay, they were behind cover. It looked like for a second they weren't behind cover there, which means they would have been annihilated by that rifle nade. But yeah, 2-2 is in trouble here. He needs to send units to stop the retreat path here. Especially if Whiskey is going deep. All he needs is one conscript to, you know, just walk up and throw another, toss another grenade here. But yeah, Clauzewitz keeps harassing his opponent's resource nodes here. Wait, what is this? He is going for the conscript, but he might trade it for the 2-2. Can Pioneer get the follow-up wipe here? Very low. As we almost missed the sniper almost going down there to the MG, but... seems conscripts gets away. What a bad loss there for Clauzewitz. I mean, he kinda had it coming. Really greedy play here with the 2-2 in my opinion. Yeah. Guards racing to the garrison. What was that? Conscript gets wiped on retreat by the Grenadier. Never mind, the Pioneers wasn't enough as we see a combat engineer go down as well. That's 2 squad wipes back to back for Clauzewitz. I mean, getting the conscript is fine, right? Because he was trading with the 2-2. But getting the combat engineer as well, that's just such an inconvenience. But yeah, a second guard squad to replenish his losses. I'm not a huge fan of this. I never really enjoy the double guard builds. I feel like they're either abusive in a way that you either lose, or they're abusive in a way you win a game that you probably shouldn't have. I wouldn't have mind if the guards would have been, you know, locked into one only. Kind of similar to how the Jaeger infantry command squad is. I wouldn't have hated that, to be honest. But here we are. We have 2 guards out for Whiskey. No DPs on either of them yet, so they're not at full efficiency.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Meanwhile, Sniper here trying to get an angle on the Grenadier. And retreats there. I don't think that was necessary, but Whiskey is playing it safe. Oh, there was a second Grenadier on retreat as well. Seemingly missing all the rounds. The pack is Removing the sandbag here, which will leave this conscript as exposed to the MG42, getting them suppressed. Meanwhile, Whiskey here is trying to still capture his map, been quite far behind here on resources the last couple of minutes. Tier 3 is coming up as we speak. T7 is a possibility, but it's going to be once again very late for Whiskey here. We saw him last time we watched him. He went for a 13-minute T70, which is very, very late. For sure. But yeah, Sniper here focusing, or the MG focusing the Sniper in red cover. Oh! 1 pixel remaining. So we see the incendiary rounds used here, trying to dislodge the guards here, but no DPs and no firing positions ready yet, because they're not vet 1, of course. So I don't think the guards can win this engagement. But they sure are... they can sure stay for a long duration. Yeah, Whiskey needs to capture his money points back here. Losing so much munitions because he's not capturing these, and that means he can't upgrade his squads. See discussion here in chat talking about the Jaeger Command Squad guards comparison. I just don't think certain elite infantry should be able to, you know, be summoned in multiple variations. That's just my opinion though. It's fine if you have your own. I'm just a bit sad that we never really saw a patch that kind of limited the amount of you can spam elite infantry such as the guards. And that's about it. Especially, you know, guards are a bit of a problematic unit because they have both anti-tank and anti-infantry, you know. And they're strong at both, but... Whoa, what's Clauzewitz doing? Grenadier go down. Not quite sure where he is microing. Seems he's planting tellers and fortifying the center, but another Grenadier here getting very low. We have an Ostwind. I didn't even realize. Very interesting pickup. I don't actually hate it. I think Ostwind is completely fine versus guards. But we'll see what he can make do of this here. Very exciting stuff. It's also really good versus Sniper, right? And speaking of which, Sniper might be able to take out... He's gonna have to leave through this doorway. Might get a 50-50. No, he fires at the Grenadier instead. As the Ostwind immediately drives on a mine. Guards dodging a rifle nade there. And Pioneers walking into a mine of their own. Should maybe want to grab a sweeper here, dear Clauzewitz. Walking into a lot of mines. Same of course goes vice versa. There is tellers on the field. But Whiskey is getting tier 4 first now, so... Should be fine. Until he gets those vehicles going. We have a Panzer Grenadier coming out for Clausewitz, probably replenishing that Grenadier squad. Sniper, only vet 1 here, 14 minutes. Been playing very cautiously with it, but you know, at least it's alive compared to Nathan's Sniper we were watching earlier today. Which didn't do as well.
Target vehicle marking available.
Oh. Ostwind focusing, firing on the Sniper there. Sorry for my awful camera controls. And this could potentially be a wipe, hitting the teller. Oh, he missed the teller, but it doesn't matter. Squad goes down anyway. What's that? Third squad loss for Whiskey? Let me take a look real quick. 2, 3, yes indeed. Third squad loss there for Whiskey Tango. We also have another teller here. Clauzewitz being quite efficient with his munition spending here.
Neutralizing a sector.
And he also has gotten his sweeper out to sweep those Soviet mines. And look at this. Guards just, or Ostwind just closing in, pushing the guards there. Could have maybe even gone for a crush, to be honest. Whiskey not going for the third guard squad. He might be hearing me. Opting to rebuild the conscripts, which I think is a very wise decision. You can get the 7-man conscripts, and that way you get the faster experience, you know. I think it's 10 or 15%, so you can faster vet up. And, you know, conscripts just generally do really well. You can just plant a sandbag and put them behind that, and they're pretty much always going to be cost efficient.
Enemy has cut off a sector.
So yeah, still no DPs on either of his squads. They're both DP-less. And here comes the Panzer Grenadiers. The rifle nade. I think once again that rifle grenade goes, you know, it goes above the green cover, which means it's going to lose half of its DPS or half of its damage, protecting that guard squad. Oh! I'm sorry I missed that, but the Grenadiers apparently died. I'm not sure how that happened. Apologies for missing that. Was that a grenade? No, grenade is not on cooldown. No clue how that died. I don't see a flare in the air either, and no craters. There's no mine.
Sector has been cut off.
I guess they just died. Apologies for that. Pigrans in trouble here. 50-50 from the sniper. Not getting the shot in once again. Very unfortunate there. Firing positions used. Fun fact about this, you can just drive the vehicle over the squad, because when they use the firing positions, the guard squad won't jump out of a moving vehicle. So simply just driving straight forward here will kill this entire squad.
Team reports ready for combat.
Unless they of course button. But he doesn't have access to button because he never got the DPs. Speaking of vehicles, here is the T-3485, but you know, Clauzewitz has the teller, he has the pack. He is ready for it. Baiting seemingly. Oh, using the Panzer Tactician, but 85 attack rounds through the smoke, killing the Ostwind. Doesn't quite get around the corner of the garrison here. MG, of course, forced away by the sniper. Still no sweeper from Whiskey Tango Garden, which might be proven to be bad decision in just a minute or two. He's right next to that teller here. As the another squad dies for Clauzewitz. Pioneer squad goes down. Oh! So close to the teller here. There's of course another one here. It seems Clauzewitz not opting for another vehicle. He has... sorry, that's the wrong player. Still the wrong player. There we go. Battle phase 3 is up, so seems that Tiger stall is inevitable at this point.
Are seizing a sector.
Oh. No bundle name. We see a nade from the guards there, but dodged by the Pigrans. Oh, on the conscripts. Dodged by not a large margin. And what is that? We see a guard squad go down? Yeah, a grenadier squad went down in the center. Quite unfortunate for Clauzewitz, losing pretty much all his units here. What is going on? We also have a 120mm from Whiskey.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Seems these squads just died to the guards though. Grenade is not on cooldown. I'm guessing they simply died to the guards.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
T-3485 is ready to go once again. Still playing Devil's Porker with the tellers here. Seemingly charging straight into the pack here. MG42 forced away. 50-50 from the sniper. Not quite within the range. It's funny how Whiskey has 2 combat engineers but no sweeper. Really think a lot of people underestimate the value of having his access to a sweeper. And oof, juicy shot there. As we hear the rumbling sound of a tiger entering the battlefield. Steiner is here to salvage the situation of Clauzewitz. This garrison about to go down. Whiskey does notice that, pulls away. So he is fortifying his positions. Oh, sniper in trouble, needs to camo. Oh, just in time. Of course, no sys guns for Whiskey here. Meaning it's going to be quite rough to deal with this tiger. He's basically forced into an Su-85 or something similar to deal with this. I don't think he has no tier 2 either, so no sys guns is possible. Unless he wants to spend 450 manpower for one. So I think an Su-85 is going to be his next option. You could go for T-3485s as well, but then you're really relying on the Mark vehicle. This squad does still not have any DPs, by the way. Very interesting. Not sure what Whiskey has been prioritizing his money on. Probably mines, which I think is fair. Yeah, guards easily beating the Panzer Grenadiers there for charging up. No guard squad has any DPs, by the way. Not sure. I think that's something you really want to prioritize. Oh well. Su-85 is the choice here for Whiskey, so I was correct in my prediction. Quite nice. So we have this T-34 forcing the Soviets away. Clauzewitz also removing some bushes here. Flare used from the sniper. Both players actually using their abilities. Frag bombs almost ready here for Clauzewitz. Not sure what he would target. Probably a guard squad or something. Where is the pack gun though? It is in the far south. As we see Clauzewitz just walking on a shit ton of flares across the map here. Oh, and Su-85 drives on the teller. Did Clauzewitz notice? Yes, he did. Tiger is charging in. This could be exactly what he's looking for. Needs to be careful with his own teller here though. Surely he's going for the kill here. Conscript's getting very low. Does go down there to the MG42. Tiger staying out of this though. What would you rather engage with? Surely you must feel superior here. Basically leaving his opponent important time to get ready for the Tiger here with his infantry leaving. I definitely think that was a missed opportunity from Clauzewitz. Now the Tiger is about to get snared. Almost hits his own teller there as well. He does have a freshly built Pioneer, but that goes the 80 gun just disappearing in one volley from the guards. Surprisingly, still no. I'm really surprised at this choice of not getting DPs here. Because at this point, it's definitely been a choice to not get VPs, right? I mean, if it was the earlier minutes, I would say, you know, it's fine to not prioritize them super early. But at this point, it's been a choice to ignore DPs. Or maybe it's just forgot about them. That's also a possibility. Oh, that's a mistake! Get out of there! Ooh. Oh, Pigren goes down, but Guards eats a volley. Meanwhile, SU-85 eats a snare. Where is the pack gun? Oh yeah, it got decrewed. Never mind, there is no pack gun. Oh, 120 mil. This mortar can't flare. Doggy. This is the 120 mil. It can't flare. He's using the flares from the sniper. And he also has been spamming a lot of... Whoa. RIP Pioneer. He's also been spamming a lot of conscript flares, of course. But you know, you're saying he doesn't have any ammo when we're at 26 minutes and he has had 50 money income for the past 10 minutes. I think it's been a choice. That's what I mean by saying it's so late, you know. Because he's definitely had the ammo. He's just not prioritized it. Which means he has chosen not to get the DPs, right? He's chosen to do other things, such as planting mines or the flares. And that's why I'm saying he's chosen not to get the DPs. He also has chosen to get 7 men before the DPs, you know? So it's definitely a question of choice here. Or he's simply forgotten about it. One of the two. Choose your pick. But yeah, Clauzewitz basically has no army whatsoever. He's going to need a miracle here. He lost another pioneer as well, so losing some more repairs on the Tiger. And his choice is to get a pack gun. Ugh. I don't like that choice. He could get a Panzer IV or something, which would be way more versatile versus this. Surely. And I'm not talking about the woman Shirley. I mean Shirley as in... Probably there is a better choice here, right? So we have another flare used from the sniper, I believe. Yes, indeed, it's on cooldown. Oh, Teller! Come see the Teller kills the sniper! Tiger taking a few hits though. Conscripts could go in for the snare and the SU-85 could finish the job here. Whiskey could come out on top here. He almost has can afford the Mark vehicle as well. Doesn't go in for the snare there. What an odd pick. But yeah, sniper going down to the Teller. Surely you must be fuming the fact that you don't get sweepers on your squads. It's so easy to stop this from happening. Yeah, you know, SU-85 driving on that Teller and then T-34 taking out his own sniper with that Teller. So many losses to simply avoid from getting 30 munition investment. Here we go, Mark vehicle is in play. Seems not too much of a commitment here from Whiskey though. He probably spots the pack gun and thinks it's too risky. And I don't hate him for it. I definitely think the opportunity was while the Tiger was over here, because then you could actually combo this with the snare, right? And actually, speaking of powerful abilities, Clauzewitz has access to the frag bombs right now. Could definitely see a frag bomb coming off. I don't think Clauzewitz has really revealed which doctrine he has picked yet. All Whiskey knows is it has Tiger and Panzer Tactician, right? So he might not even be expecting the frag bombs. And there we go, a Stug is the option here for Clauzewitz. Not a huge fan of that. I think a Panzer IV would fit quite nicely here. Just because he's having so much trouble here versus the guard squads. But I guess he did get the sniper. He's going to slightly improve his infantry combats. And of course the guards never got the DPs as well. Finally we have a DP queued up here for one of the guard squads. As the pack somehow hits the building. And we have a Katusha coming out for Whiskey. Interesting choice. Not sure how I feel about that, to be honest, but we will see. I guess he thinks he has his opponent surrounded, so we'll see. Stug is at the very least the choice here for Clauzewitz. If he can get... Oh well, he has the pack to vet one. Which means you can use the target weak point, which can stun a vehicle, and then you can follow up with the frag bombs. That is an option. Similar to Ram and Bam, it's target weak point and slam. As we have a huge tank engagement going down here. Tiger leading the charge. Mark vehicle once again. Katusha opening fire. A guard squad goes, or a grenadier squad goes down, I'm sorry. Pioneer might see their end as well. That would be a huge loss. He needs that veterancy to keep the repairs high on the Tiger. Yeah, Pack somehow survives that final volley. But Stug is in trouble. Su-85 almost killing it. But will most likely get... Oh, sorry. Decrewed here. Grenadier going down as well. And so does the Stug to the Su-85. Here comes the frag bombs. Stunning both, but the Su-85 gets the killing blow on the Tiger. As the Pack finishes it off, but Clauzewitz has nothing left. That should be game right there. I mean, surely. As the guards cleans up the Pack gun. And I believe he's thrown in the towel. There you go. GG, well played to Clauzewitz. And Whiskey, of course, emerging victorious from this crossroads scramble here. Taking a look at the final stats, we can see that Whiskey was pretty much... I mean, Whiskey did have a huge advantage, getting, you know, the double guards and getting so many kills. Just very fine play, I think. Also, you know, killing off the Ostwin pretty much for free was basically putting him quite far ahead. But yeah, GG, well played.